Good morning and welcome to another edition of Coffee with Curari. I'm here with Ian Sons today, one of our managing supervisors. I'm Jerry Ramusak, and today we're going to be doing a quick calendar check. It's July 12th today, so we're past the midway point in the year. This year's graduating class of residents and fellows has already finished their journey into the profession. And there's a lot of practicing physicians that maybe want to make a move before the holidays, or maybe they're looking to move before next school year. There's a whole new graduating class getting ready to take jobs next year. So we're just going to talk about the broad subject of where we are today, July 12th, if you're looking to get a job sometime between now and the next year. And I'm going to hand it off to you.
Sure. The good news is there's still tons of time to secure an opportunity. And I think that's likely obvious if you're a 2020 grad, but the reality is that every day we talk to clients who thought they had someone locked up for a position, one thing or another happened, that candidate now is going somewhere else. Or maybe just as you're discussing, a practicing physician has decided now is the right time to move. So now all of a sudden they've got a spot that they've got to fill in their practice. So every day we have these conversations, we get brand new opportunities. In fact, just earlier this week, I spoke with an OBGYN practice in Central Florida, equidistant from Orlando and Tampa, just about an hour from both, that is excited to take someone who could start very soon, a recent graduate just from this residency graduating class in 2019. They take a 2020, they take a practicing physician, and it's a great opportunity. The practice itself is a large multi-specialty group. They've been in business for about 50 years. They employ, I think, a little over 40 physicians right now. Great call schedule, 1 in 5. So good mix of lifestyle. You're close to really 2 big metro areas, not that far from the coast of, either coast of Florida. So it's a great opportunity. But they made a point of saying to me that they're interested in people who might not have found a job yet. And those are employers that we talk with all the time. So, don't get discouraged if you haven't found the right thing, because sometimes it's tricky. It's a big commitment. You've got to really do your due diligence. But that's where we can step in and handle a lot of the legwork for you and really expedite this process of finding the right job.
Yeah, right. And it's like Ian said, we could almost find you a job. If you needed to have a job by next week, we could find it for you. You won't be able to start the position probably by next week, just simply due to credentialing. But we're working with a lot of candidates right now that are actual 2019 graduates. That means they finished their training last week, 2 weeks ago, and they didn't have a job when they finished their training for one reason or another. Sometimes folks just want to finish their training, concentrate on that final year, those final months, and then worry about a job. The job market's great. Everybody knows they're going to get a job. Yep. I've got a consistent saying around here. If you've got a DO or an MD after your last name, there's a job out there for you to have. That's for sure. You just got to find it and find out when you want to begin the journey towards getting that job. So right now, again, we're working with folks that just completed their training. We're working with folks that maybe had a job lined up and decided against it for one reason or another. People are changing jobs a lot right now simply because the ownership of these entities that are employing the physician changes frequently right now. In the last 5 years, there's been a lot of mergers and acquisitions, remergers, reacquisitions, so on and so forth. So it leaves the worker bees kind of scrambling sometimes. I've got a new opportunity just in San Antonio that I actually wanted to mention. It's with Conviva Care, a very large healthcare organization that focuses specifically on geriatric outpatient medicine. So office-based, right in San Antonio proper. They would take somebody that could begin sometime between now and the end of the year. That's an opportunity whose window's only open for the next 180 days, if that. Ideally, they're going to find that candidate that could start sometime between the next 30 and 60 days. They want the candidate signed. So that gives you a little bit of an idea of sometimes when you start, when you sign, and when you actually begin practice. So keep that in mind of timelines as you're moving forward with these job opportunities.
And we can really help to provide some guidance there as well. We know the states where you can get licensed quickly, where you can get a temp license. We've got ways to expedite those things. And so, if you need a job really quickly, we can help. If you're looking for something that you're going to be able to start in 2020, we've got a ton of clients, like Jerry said, that are actively interviewing people for those positions. It's possible to get a stipend, an early signing bonus, things like that. So, the sooner that you can get out there, the more likely it is that you lock something up. But also, if you haven't found something yet, the reality is, with how much things fluctuate, corporate acquisitions, people leaving to be closer to family, deciding to retire, whatever it is, new jobs come up all the time, and with our resources, we're able to know about them.
And here's a situation too that you don't account for. A new graduate, this especially, you're the target of this message, and maybe you chose the wrong job. Maybe you're at your job today, you're 10 days into your new job, and maybe you're looking around and realizing these aren't my people. That's okay. That happens. I mean, statistics say that 80% of residents leave their job within the first 3 years, their first job, because it's your first throw at this. It's your first gamble. And sometimes you lose gambles, and taking a new job to your life is a gamble, whether you realize it or not. You don't know whether it's going to work out until you get there. And maybe you've got there, you've chosen the wrong job, this isn't the job for you. No time like the present to get out of that job. If you know it's not yours and you know that that's not where you're going to be long term, give us a call. We'll help you out. I mean, it's better to cross that bridge now than to waste 2 to 3 years of your life in a job that you don't like. Right. As unfortunate as that sounds, employers know this comes, and sometimes they lose the gambles too. And so they need to backfill those positions, and they want them with people that want to be there. So give us a call if you find yourself in that situation, and hopefully you're not, but it happens, and we're great at making rebounds in that situation.
Sure are. Yeah. Well, I don't know that I've got too much more to add. You got anything?
No, that'll do it. I mean, bottom line is that no matter where you are in the job market right now, July 12th is a good time to be starting a job search. So give us a call today. We've got 20 consultants waiting in the wings to help you out, and we'll get a job search started for you and get you in front of employers as quickly as possible. You have a great weekend. Enjoy the weather out there.